No one in this world can make an action in the positive for themselves without like negatively affecting someone else. There's no way. That would never happen. The team? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Hey, welcome back, Reelers, to another reaction review of Superman and Lois. I missed an airing 1 week, so I got a week behind. I'm going to try to get both the third and fourth episode recorded at the same time, and so hopefully they'll be uploaded back to back, and it'll get me caught back up for this week's episode. This Superman series is, I guess I don't need to do a complete breakdown every time. I'm really interested to see where we go from here. The clear and obvious stuff, this is a different Superman we've seen before. Lois and Clark are married with kids. They've moved back to Smallville, dealing with the rural hometown situations of life and family, as opposed to the maybe what would happen in the big city. There's some hometown issues going on. You've got the rich guy buying up the banks and putting everybody and giving everybody what seems to be good loans, but putting everybody in debt, while simultaneously, I think the rich guy's working another angle to supply jobs, cheap labor, and Lois is on the case. She thinks it's going to basically, it's exploitation. He's this rich guy's using a small town for their cheap labor because they're in need. They're in need of work. And so he's going to come in, swoop in, and on the surface, give them all jobs. Right? You got to have jobs. But down below it, because you're in need, makes you more vulnerable to exploitation. Meaning, yeah, you need a job. Because you need a job, therefore, I don't need to pay you as much as these people over here make, because you really need this job. You've even told me you need this job. I don't know, it's like, economics, bargaining, and capitalism 101. You don't show all your cards to the rich guy who's got all the money and power. Anyway, there's a lot to that. On Superman's side, on Clark's side, he's dealing with the fact that his father-in-law is military man and wants him to keep separate, keep distinct his responsibility as Superman and his responsibilities as Clark. It just adds more chaos to the mix, more pressure to the mix. And then we have this, what seems to be an alternate universe Lex Luthor, black guy who's in the military, apparently served under General Lane. And this is a new angle for me. That's awesome. Just check it out. To me, I love it. I love when you can tell the same old story but change up certain variables in such a way to where it's still the good old story that you want and are looking for, but those changes are enough to keep it spicy, keep it rich. We'll see where we go. And the kids are, whether they have powers or not, and dealing with school. Oh, there's so much shit. Anyway, let's not hesitate. Let's go right into it. Hey, if you found yourself watching a few of these, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing. There'll be plenty more. Here we go.
Previously on Superman and Lois.
Your mom significant.
Gotta be careful on these previously ons. Seems to be too much of that. Oh, except that there's gonna be more to his son's powers.
Does this have too much blue in it?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, not good. Don't. There's no way. That would never happen. My dad would go crazy. He'd just turn and walk out. Hey, y'all cleaning that shit up.
Now that you both know he's Superman.
Well. Just back to it. Why you go say something? How do you get to China so fast? Hey, you should probably grabbed it by the frame and not the concrete. Probably put some kind of force to something when he touches it. That's cool though. that's fucking Superman.
You can hear it. For real though, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever heard?
Nope. Not appropriate.
Be honest, was there nudity involved?
Maybe when you guys are older.
Oh, come on. Come on. I would have much rather had.
Kids or young men are pretty emotional at that age, if I remember. Pretty jealousy runs thick. Yeah. He just explained this morning that he could hear everything.
All the time.
That is the wrong answer.
Oh man, this is weird. This is so meta. It's like everything you...
You know, I thought you said it was okay for me to go to school.
About a week's salary on flowers just to get you to talk to me again.
It was 2, and you got off easy because I was still madly in love.
I never expected to watch Superman be watching family
they're
drama.
right.
But I like it.
I'm sorry.
Story's getting big.
At the Edge facility. Better learn to stay in your lane.
Some ass bags.
Oh, probably since I saw you in Pat's. Jordan, what about your power? I'll go easy.
I'll go easy.
Do you even know you hate sports? These guys
I think
they
his,
can push us around. Well,
his
guess
pads
what?
are purposely a little bit too big for
Push
him.
'em back. Let's go.
No.
You smiling now, bro?
Dad's not gonna like that.
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Coach. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we're on it.
He's gotta run the laps. Oh my gosh. No one in this world can make an action in the positive for themselves without like negatively affecting someone else.
So when did you turn into Mr. Homer?
Is everything okay with Lana?
Not really. Yeah,
Not
she
really.
scorched earth on Sarah.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't run up to that thing right now. There's a lot more to her working for you than you when you first thought. It's like way too much. There you go, kid. There you go.
Jordan.
Yeah, well, I barely have any, remember?
He solved it though.
The grandpappy told us that Elsa's...
You gonna bring it back?
50-50.
50-50.
Field for a kid his size.
You don't know that.
Neither do you. I know
It does
that
though.
having powers is a total game changer.
Brother coming to bat. And you touched it. Just use your foot to open it.
Sharon?
They're trying to set you up, Lois, and you just touched the doorknob. And now you're touching the TV. Try to stab him.
Oh, that won't help you.
No, but he will.
Fuck. Instantly. Uh-oh. This is different. I like the little effects. Looks cool. You just knock Superman out?
Sharon?
You have to do better than that, buddy. Nice. Stay right there for a second. Dude, just leave him frozen.
Are you okay?
She's barely breathing. You need to take her to the hospital. I'll be fine. I think you're right.
This is really something that's in the generations too.
I love you so much.
This younger generation has such an easier time expressing emotions than older and older generations. I mean, think about it. We record reactions.
You would know.
Yeah.
And when he's more happy, he's more in control, which will allow him to keep his powers in control.
Does this mean I can play? Let's just
He's
assume
back
you
there
don't mean
talking to another chick.
Jonathan, you ready?
Yeah. Oh. See again? Sir.
Assistant coach.
Great. Hey, coach gave me a jacket and I bought a hat.
Oh, doesn't it? Yeah.
What a time for a
Well, sometimes to
strong
put it all
Lois
together.
Lane character. Uh-oh. The team? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Super people everywhere. I don't want to see what happens next Tuesday. Sorry, I want to stop that. That was badass. That was badass. Superman and Lois, episode 3. What was that one even called? The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower. Fun episode, doing a little bit of everything, mainly with yet more family drama. Not one can do something positive that doesn't negatively affect somebody else in the show, it seems. Yeah, it's interesting to see how Superman keeps messing up making the wrong calls with dealing with the decisions of how to deal with his son's powers or not. Jordan trying out for the football team. Of course, the father, Superman, would be worried about being revealed because of his extra strength. Jonathan, the brother, makes a good point that he's been happy, and what not a better position for oneself to be in a position of comfort, confidence. Jordan is going to be less likely to make those mistakes because clearly every time he's had an outburst, it's been when he hasn't been able to control his emotions, not when he's been cool, calm, and collected. And so there's a misnomer there. Yes, just because football is a lot of all this physical contact, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not like the Hulk. In football, he can remain rational even though they're being physical. And this show is giving room for everybody to grow. And this couldn't be a better time, as I said earlier in the reaction, for a strong Lois Lane character, especially how they've got it set up in this show, coming the big city reporter coming back to the small town. And there at the end, that one quote when she's talking to her editor was so apt, so succinct.
Stories this important don't usually happen in Smallville.
But see, that's where I was wrong. Stories like this happen in small towns everywhere. And stories that need to be told, but they get missed because there aren't enough reporters looking for them.
In this time of kind of anti-truth or post-truth, there's different names, where people tend to value their own, what could be called personal truth over what objectively is true. In other words, people tend to value what they think is true versus what everybody can agree that is true. Like personal truth over objective truth. This is fallacious thinking, but we are all vulnerable to that. That is pretty much the default way of thinking for humans, is the belief protection as opposed to trying to revise our beliefs. And Lois dealt with that a little bit in this, and her editor brought up halfway through the show, that's a good point. It's like none of this is confirmed. That tape doesn't have one mention of, I forgot the character's name, but the lady who came in to give a testimony and gave the recording of her son. All of that is circumstantial or whatever, because none of it is directly implicating. It's all what she says, how it's tied together. And by the end, when more evidence showed itself, that doesn't retroactively make the young editor wrong. She was completely correct. The basis of finding out anything is sample size, right? You don't want to draw final conclusions when you have a sample of one, right? Try to draw a line with 1 point of reference. But if you have 2 points of reference, now you can draw a line. But if you have 3 points of reference, now you know whether something is in line or not. The larger your sample size, the more accurate it would be. So that young editor was right there towards the beginning. Lois, if anybody, should know with going on such a small sample size. But by the end, all of the events kept adding up. There's clearly something going on. On the surface, it seems like Morgan Edge, what she's chasing in her story. By that end reveal there, talking on the phone about get the team ready or whatever, there's like an anti-Justice League out here. We'll see how this goes, man. I'm digging it. I can't wait. Let's pretty much go right ahead and go right into the 4th episode. Thanks for watching. If you liked any of this, please hit like. It really helps out. Subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next reaction to Superman Lois. Peace.